we had imported traceback to show better error message once our GUI crashes, and using the message back of Tinter to show what's happening in traceback. And we will go to our worker and drop our error using this traceback X, and we're gonna print our error. But we will first make a show error, and this show error, and in a formatted string error encountered, and we need to show string e details \n using the parsed error, and we're gonna test this one. So we're gonna call our app GUI and edit some random videos. So this will run because in GUI we're not encountering issue, but when we are running the distributed version, we are encountering error. So we need to run again. We need to build again our distributable file using this PyInstaller clean window silence cutter, and use that dist file and to check if our error pops up using the message back and the traceback we called. So let's proceed now, waiting for this to finish, and we're good to go. Okay, it's now good, and we're gonna call our silence cutter app. Open this app, so it will open, and we're gonna try to process a file. Let's see if this fails. It's loading time. It's taking so long. Let's see. So it's still not finishing. Our worker message box doesn't even open up. So still not working. Maybe we can put the message box inside this GUI itself so we know what's happening behind the process. This is my bad. I even forgot to call the recent created show error. So we're gonna call this here show error. Okay. I'm gonna add here status label configure text error occurred details. Go. Let's try running out first our GUI. I mean, this will not trigger because this works. The one that doesn't work is in the app. So we need to build again the distribute file. And once this finish, we're gonna run it again using our open disk. Okay, this is almost finished and we're good to go. Now it's done. We're gonna call our silence cutter up and try to edit some files. Let's see if this pops up. I think it won't also not work because we only process a 2 MB file and still it's not finished. So I think we're gonna go to our generate segments here because this one triggers stuck right, meaning after this is the last working path. So this one triggers what's wrong. We're gonna test our hypothesis. Let's change this and let's test this out. So we will test this first. Okay, let's try this and try to run. If this gets stuck, see if this fails. So it's stuck in enter generate segments. Our hypothesis is correct. It's stuck in here. We need to do something about this generate segment. So according to this, we need to show the logs of what's happening in each phases here better in segment pipeline. It may also, the cut segment also is the one triggering the problem. So either one of these two. So we just updated our print to show our index start and the duration. So we can better control the logs, and we will go right now to segments. According to documentation, this might be the one that triggers the problem, since here in cut segment we are iterating or cycling through a list, so this triggers time to time. But what happens if sub process suddenly hangs or gets stuck? FFmpeg will wait until this finishes, so it's just like a weird, and the thread looks like it's hanging but it is frozen waiting for the result. So we're gonna update this. So we added here a duration. So if duration is greater than 0 or equal, so we're gonna print a formatted string skipping cut and return print formatted string executing command, and we're gonna join cmd executing FFmpeg. So we're gonna try catch our subprocess run cmd. Result is equals to subprocess cmd capture output equals true, comma x true, timeout 300, x equals to true. This must be capital. And if this is triggered, FFmpeg done successfully. Then once this is error, gonna accept subprocess called process error as exception E. So we're gonna show that print FFmpeg failed with error e.stder. Okay, typo failed with trace. Add another except block here for subprocess timeout expired. So the code that we executed does 4 things. So it sets timeout for 300 seconds if something happens and it doesn't work in 300 seconds. If it cuts out, it also shows that our FFmpeg if has worked successfully. It also shows the error for our FFmpeg just in case happens. We also put a validation on top just in case for the invalid or broken intervals. So let's produce our distributable again, but first let's try running it in our normal GUI version. If our shortcode does okay, enter generate segments. I forgot to undo here in our start test. This is for just testing purposes. Let's still trigger this. Okay, let's start again. Start cut. We encountered an error. Case 5. Cannot access free variable E. Okay, it seems that I have an error in my name. This should be captured output, not captured output. Let's try running again. What's happening here? Okay, let's clear and try rerun our app GUI. It works. Should be. Okay. It's done, meaning it worked. Let's see for our we have an error throughout in our show error. Let's settle this first. Okay, let's try rerunning our GUI. You just need proper indentation. Let's try indentation. Let's try again. Let's see if this works. It should. Okay, done. Okay, no error here in our GUI. Okay, let's try rebuilding the dist version so we can test our recently created changes in segment pipeline and segment cutter using these 4 changes that we have done. Prevent broken intervals, show proper if FFmpeg worked successfully. Third, timeout 300 seconds if it took so long, and show the error FFmpeg. Okay, let's see. We're excited to see this works. Okay, it's almost finished, our distributable build version. Okay, it's done. We're gonna execute that now. Open. Let's see. This one works. It works. It's still hanging up in building keep interval. Nothing has changed. Rather, maybe we're gonna wait for 300 seconds. So we stopped doing our hypothesis on this because the GUI version works if we executed it in terminal, but only the distributable bundle version fails. Second hypothesis goes wherein we encountered an error during the path building. So we're gonna show our path to be declared in our distributable so that maybe we can solve the error of having the path not being found. Import shutil, and we're gonna declare our FFmpeg path using shutil which FFmpeg. Okay, so if FFmpeg if it's not populated path, we're gonna raise an exception. So like this, or installed in path. So we're gonna change this FFmpeg path. Okay, since we're encountering issues in our path here in our Mac, we need to force this somehow. So we're gonna force this for Mac OS. So since we have found our mpeg in user local bin, we're gonna copy this one and force the FFmpeg path to be user.local FFmpeg. I think this will do the trick. Lastly, probably this now works. Let's execute the GUI version. Nothing fails. We're good to go. That works. Okay. Let's rerun our PyInstaller bundle and execute that. After that, we're gonna call this a day just in case if this doesn't work, or this is the only logical reason why our app fails in distributable. If it works in GUI terminal, it should work in the distributed file. But since the path is different in Mac, we had forced to find it here. Let's try executing. This should be good to go. Still stuck, right? Let's call this a day for now. Let's go.